Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries with Lisa Richmond. I am Lisa Richmond, and this is Thoughtful Thursday. So, okay, this is a big week. And you probably all heard the fact that, the eclipse is happening, or the solar eclipse. We're in eclipse season, what this all means, planetary alignments. I've been talking about it a lot in my videos. But I don't think I was truly prepared for the intensity in which this can bring. Now, we are all to feel it in different levels. We're all to feel it in different capacities. But I want to explain to you what this eclipse season is bringing forward as far as karmic wrap-ups. I talked about it in the cards, but way more has happened. Way more. Personally, and collectively. So here's the thing. If we come into this life, when we choose this vessel, okay, our soul comes in, but we don't actually live in a linear timeline. It's not linear. We have to interpret it from a third dimensional way to keep our ego safe. Time and space is non-existent outside of this, right? So everything's kind of happening simultaneously, or there's timelines, different timelines that happen at the same time. And sometimes those timelines fizzle out, sometimes we die in those timelines, or sometimes we retrieve that aspect of self back into the current timeline, which is called the merging of timelines, if we've talked about that, where we bring all our different timelines and we're starting to merge it into one so that we can work from one source connection kind of thing. So that is kind of happening. That's a really simplistic way of explaining it, but this is what's happening. And so not only are we playing out and transmuting and working through current timeline karmic tie-ups, we are working through past life karmic stuff. We are working through karmic energies that we have taken on a cellular level from our ancestors. We are wrapping up karmas from alternate timelines of existence in this human form and in other human forms and in other places. Okay, so it's really intense. And so this energy right now, and in a combination, they're telling me in a combination with the connection of planetary alignments that really elicit this type of energy, what is happening is that we are receiving opportunity in ways where we are faced with what the current most important karmic tie-up is. So it's almost like within our energy system, there's kind of a hole that is created. I'm creating a visual, okay? And that energy hole that is created, that we absorb through the karma that's coming in, we're being faced then with whatever it is that elicits the understanding or the knowing of what this karmic tie-up is. So it could come in as a form of a human. If we have a karmic tie-up with imprisonment, let's say freedom, lack of freedom, and we've been a prisoner in so many lives, and we came here to tie up the karmic cycle of entrapment and imprisonment and the lack of freedom and sovereignty, okay? Then what's happening right now is that energy system almost opens up and brings in the opportunity within what we can handle and deal with in order for us to take in, acknowledge, and transmute or amalgamate or blend into energy to be able to be absorbed not by us and our nervous system anymore. No more for our soul or higher self to say, I'll take on that karma and work through it, right? I'll work through the karma by meeting these people to learn about this. No, this is karma wrap up. So it is happening intensely. So if you have, okay, I'll keep on going with that example. Okay, So then all of a sudden something comes up where someone is having these inabilities again to have a freedom of voice, or they were supposed to be involved in something, but they had to stay home, or they lost their keys and they couldn't drive, or it could be as small as that, or it could be as big as falsely being accused of something and you're not allowed to leave until you've been questioned. Like, that's an example, but I mean, same thing. Or when you really feel this freedom where you're like, I'm not supposed to be here anymore, like I need to leave, but you are in a like a committed job or something where you're like, I literally can't leave. I literally cannot leave here. Okay, so the whole point of what is showing up is for you to be able to acknowledge what these karmic cycles are, and you will know what are the patterns that continuously have showed up in your life where it is showing up again, where you're like, really, this again? I thought I outgrew this, or I thought I, like rose above this, or like even if you've done a ton of therapeutic work around it, or you've done a ton of spiritual awakening around it, you can ultimately be like, I have worked this. I've done all the mind stuff. I've thought my way through this. I've taken all the steps to get through this. And this is showing up again, but this time it's affecting my nervous system. But this time it is affecting my ability to function. So the whole idea is acknowledging what it is. Okay, this is my karmic tie to lack of freedom, to be held against my will. Okay. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go in, and the key is in the heart, not in the mind, in the heart. So we've acknowledged it already, but then when you come into your heart space, that is where the healing occurs. And you can even have it with an intention. My intention is connecting to my heart space to be guided in my knowing of how to proceed and how to transmute this lasting energy, this lasting karmic energy that is so strong in my life. Okay? And so then when you start to feel kind of that rise of fear, anxiety, insomnia, it's coming through vivid dreaming, feeling unsure of your surroundings, not knowing what the hell is going on, and a ton of like triggers, and all of a sudden your body is hitting it. I encourage you to not go upstairs into your head and think it through, being like, oh my God, here we go again. Because then we start playing the stories back in. We start getting trapped in our thoughts. And the key of transmuting this is not in our thoughts. It is in our hearts. It's in our hearts. The love energy, our heart energy, transmutes such strong energetic frequencies that if we go up here, that's the trap. That's the never-ending cycle, right? It is important to recognize or acknowledge something, but then when we are feeling that rise of whether it's coming through nervous system, whether it's coming through triggers that come up where you're like, what? Heart space. And it can be as simple as lighting your incense. I've been lighting my incense. It can be meditation. Meditation's so powerful. And that doesn't mean you have to sit and not speak for 45 minutes. It's maybe listening to sound. That's why frequency has been coming in so strong over the past year. High frequency sound. Breath. That's your breath. That's your life force. Okay? And creating an environment where you can emulate and go from here and connect all the way down into here. And feeling just picture your heart space, like opening and expanding. And in that, it allows in this karmic energy to be amalgamated, it to be like taken in, transmuted, and then ask for it to be recycled into universal love energy, recycle this. I came here to finish this. We are all finishing off karmas from this life, from past lives, from alternate realities, from other people's karmas that they weren't able to break, that were playing out. And to sit and think about all the things, yeah, you can acknowledge it, but then it just brings it up. It brings up the experience. And then our ego takes over. I'm not safe. I don't know what to do. I'm back here again. But this is no job for the ego. This is the job for our heart space. So I encourage you to recognize, what are the triggers, what are the opportunities that have shown up in this past couple weeks that you're able to look at and understand and know, be like, yep, I got this. When even everything in your body is saying you don't got this. Fear, scary, holy, I'm done. No, I got this. Repeat it in your head. I've got this. I've come here to do this. And then the magic happens when we are in the place of peace, when we are regulating our nervous system, when we are swinging on the swing with our kids, when we are walking our dogs, when we're cuddling our cats, when we're holding the hands of a loved one, when we are giggling, playing a silly game, when we're painting our toenails and getting our nails done. These are the places where we connect to our heart space in order to transmute it. Okay? So opportunity trigger comes up. It is laced, you'll know it because it is laced in the cyclical action of that surfacing trigger reaction that has been a part of us cognitively, like consciously and unconsciously, for lifetimes. I'll share personally, mine is the wounding of the shadow masculine. In all of the times in this life and in past lives that I've been hurt, continually hurt. So when I am confronted with an absolute safety issue from the depths of the worst of the shadow masculine, instantly unsafe. Instantly, I'm doing this again. This is here again. It isn't for me to experience again. It is for me to transmute now. And I'm not going to transmute it by going back into the safety issue, into the I'm not safe, because yeah, I did. I had to. That was fight or flight. I went straight into fight or flight. But it was only after realizing, coming out of the fight or flight, coming out of the unconscious reaction that my body had to it, where I was like, this is it. This is the big kahuna. And all my past lives that I've seen where the same thing has happened over and over. I came here to break that cycle. And I knew it. I knew coming into this life, this would be the one. And that's why I chose this life, because of this time, because of this awakening, because of this time on earth of ascension, because we are breaking these karmic ties. Think about all the karmic ties that we're breaking. And then the ascension. That's why the ascension is happening. But all the karmic ties that are still tied, they have to go somewhere, but we can't do it up here. And we didn't know that last time. We didn't know that in all the lives. But all of us that came here to live a life right now knew it, because we knew that this was the time for us to break the karmic ties. This is very powerful. And so I give so much compassion and heart and soul to everybody who's experiencing and having resurfaced of karmic experiences that we're here to break, because it is not easy. But I guarantee you, you did not come here unless you were going to do this. This is in the writing of your soul. And that is why you can only do it here. So if you need to write it out, write it out. Write the letters to the people. Don't send them. Scream, stomp, dance, play. Play with Play-Doh. Use textures. Listen to sound. I bought my sound bowls just to have the frequency. Use your crystals. Sing, pray, hug. Okay? If you need any guidance on this, please don't hesitate to reach out. My handles are all in the description. You can direct message me. I read all the comments. I read everything. Please let me know if there's something that I can help you with and how this resonates, okay? I'm sending you all so much love. And I know that you can do it because I know I can do it. The dirty task sometimes. But here I am. And here you are. I promise you can do this. And it's imperative for your ascension and the ascension of all. And the answer's here. Okay? I love you so much. And I am doing a sound bath for this energy. So look for it on Saturday. I'm making them smaller in size, like not so long, so that you can actually meditate to the full sound specifically for this one. I'll do long ones to fall asleep to and just play in the background too. But this one's going to be shorter because I want you guys to meditate to the sound, because that sound, my guides are helping me to create the frequency of the healing specifically for this. Okay? So I bring this to you with so much love, compassion, and peace. And again, reach out if you need to reach out. If you're looking for a one-on-one reading, or if you want a direct, personal sound healing, check me. It's all at avalonspirit.com. That's where I hang out. And I'm also offering, starting at the beginning of October, it's called Tune In and Tune Up. So it is a 6-class package that you get, and we all meet live on Zoom. It's not just recordings, it's live on Zoom. And every session, I go through a different way of how to work on tuning into your intuition and how to use it and how to build it. And it's just beautiful. And it's just beautiful. And there's many other offerings by many other beautiful souls there too. So check out avalonspirit.com if you haven't already. Okay, share this truly because I want it to be reached. I want people to know that they're not going crazy, and this is really important. And like and subscribe, because that really helps my channel and it helps it grow, because the algorithm of YouTube is, if they think that people like it, then they'll bring it up on people's feeds. And I really want to reach as many people as possible for these powerful hits from spirit. Okay, so like and subscribe and comment and all those things. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll be back on Saturday for sound healing, and then again on Tuesday for Tarot Tuesday. So thanks so much again, and I love you all. Good luck out there.